Otto's Tales, story time brought to you by PragerU Kids. I'm Jill, and hey, Otto, Smidge, are you two around here? Hi, how are you? Wow, Otto, a present? Is this for me? Wow, this is a surprise. Should I open it now? Okay, let's see what's in here. What is all this stuff? Feathers? Okay, thanks everyone. Here's Smidge. Could you hold that for me? Turkey. Gobble, 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 gobble. Okay. What is this all and rocks? I've always wanted rocks. You two, what is all this stuff? Is this some kind of a joke? I can't figure those two out. You want to read our story? Let's get to reading. Can someone take this, please? Thank you for the gift, Otto. I'll figure it out later. Time to read Otto's Tales. Let's visit Plymouth Rock. Ready? Dennis waved a big, yummy bone above Otto's head. The eager bulldog eyed it, ready to pounce. Dennis wound his arm up and threw it with all his might. Catch! Ruff, ruff! Otto leaped, chasing the bone as it sailed through the air until it went flying over the fence. He skidded to a stop. A familiar fluffy white head popped up, balancing the bone between two perky ears. What do you think of my new bow? Smidge batted her eyelashes. Looks delicious, Otto smiled. Please toss it down. I'll give it back to you after you help me fix my bike. You promised to help me, Otto huffed. I was going to help with your bike, but you didn't help me clean up the kitchen after you made cookies earlier this week. I had to do it all by myself. I'll help next time, the kitten promised. My bike is really important. Dennis overheard. When you promise to help a friend, you need to follow through, he reminded them. You don't help just to get something in return. But it's not fair, Otto protested. Dennis gave his pal a pat. You know, when the Pilgrims first came to America, they had to work together with the Native Americans. It wasn't easy, but they figured it out. You two should learn about them and take a trip to where their friendship started. Plymouth Rock. Smidge grinned. If there are snacks and souvenirs, I'm in. A plane ride, snack stop, and one bus trip later, Otto and Smidge arrived at Plymouth Rock in Massachusetts. The friends peered over the railing and looked down at the large rock in the landing below. Water from Plymouth Harbor lapped against the sand. That's a big rock, Otto exclaimed. And something is written on it. 1620? Smidge pointed. That must be the year the Pilgrims landed here. Otto climbed to the top of the railing to get a better view, but wobbled as he struggled to balance. How do you do this, Smidge? The kitten leaped to Otto's side and curtsied. It's an art, my friend. Otto's paws suddenly slipped. Help! The trusty bulldog went kerplop into the sea below. Smidge giggled. It's not funny, Otto frowned. Help me up. Okay, swim over to the rocks, Smidge instructed. She screamed for help as loud as she could. Just before Smidge lost her voice entirely, a large turkey walked by and clucked. Hey, what are you doing? What's all the noise? My friend fell in the water and I need to get him out. Smidge pointed down to Otto. Goodness gracious! We'd better get him out before he catches a cold. Smidge gratefully followed the turkey to the rocks. It's nice of you to help a stranger. Always happy to assist someone in need, the turkey replied. By the way, I'm Miss May. I'm Smidge, and my friend down there is Otto. Can you help me pull him out? Miss May stretched a feathered wing toward Otto. "Pleasure to meet you. Now let me lift you out of there." As the perky turkey tugged on his paws, Otto's hind foot got stuck. The waves swelled. Smidge whimpered. She hated water, but jumped in and shimmied between the rocks to free her buddy. Otto shook himself dry. "Thank you, Miss May, and you too, Smidge. I should be more careful. This shore is rough. No wonder the Pilgrims marked their spot with a giant rock." "Well," Miss May offered, "it's uncertain if Plymouth Rock was their actual landing site. There are many stories since the Pilgrims didn't document it. The Pilgrims first landed at the tip of Cape Cod in November 1620, and they landed here at Plymouth in December that year." "I love a good mystery," Otto howled. "No matter where the Pilgrims landed, the rock is a great marker for such an important journey." Miss May's feathers fluffed. "Indeed! They took a long, treacherous boat ride across the ocean to start a new life of freedom. Can you imagine how excited they were when they saw this shore? You know, I am named May after their magnificent ship, the Mayflower. Plymouth Rock would make a great addition to my rock collection." Smidge tapped her chin, thinking. "Miss May, may I take a souvenir with me?" Smidge bounded back and hopped over the railing into the exhibit. She reached for the rock with her claws extended. "Wait!" Miss May called. "Smidge, this is a special rock, and though you are not the first person to want a piece of it, we have to respect the exhibit. That way, this rock can be preserved for a long, long time." "Okay, I understand," Smidge said, disappointed. "But," Miss May added, "you can find souvenir rocks in our museum." "Hear that, Smidge?" Otto encouraged. "I bet they'll have snacks, too." Smidge perked up. "You can also visit the replica village of Plymouth Colony," Miss May said. "I have a friend who can show you around." "Great!" Otto barked. "Thanks for all your help, Miss May." "Of course, anytime." The turkey fluttered her wing in farewell. Outside the gift shop, Otto lifted Smidge's backpack and groaned. "Smidge, what's in here?" "Rocks," she declared, "and rock candy, too." "Maybe we should have stopped here last," Otto sighed. "Need some help?" A deep, bellowing voice offered. "I'm Wampanoag, but you can call me Wampo." Surprised, Smidge and Otto stared up at a large wolf. "I'm Otto, and this is Smidge," Otto greeted. "Are you here to show us the colony?" "Yes, follow me," Wampo invited. "There's a lot of history here." Otto and Smidge followed Wampo to a grassy area with old wooden houses. "This is what Plymouth Colony would have looked like," Wampo explained. "The Pilgrims came here with little, so they learned to use resources around them to live. Their first winter here was hard, with unexpected illness and death, so they made friends with the Native Americans in the area, the Wampanoag. I'm proud to share a name with a great tribe of people. The natives taught the Pilgrims how to survive, and the Pilgrims provided friendship and support in case of enemy threats." "It looks like they all needed each other." Smidge noticed baskets and tools around the village. "Exactly. They worked together and shared. You may know the famous celebration between these two groups of people." Wampo smiled. He pointed to a large table set for a meal. "Thanksgiving!" Otto chimed in. Wampo nodded. "Correct! They gathered and feasted for 3 days to thank God for a successful harvest." Many years later, America's leaders declared this event a national holiday. "We should have our own feast right now!" Smidge grabbed her bag and unloaded her snacks onto the table. Wompo, please join us. You're very kind, but it'll be dark soon. I need to head back home, and you two should do the same, Wompo recommended. But there's still so much left to see, Smidge protested. We'll stay a bit longer. We'll finish soon, Otto agreed. Thank you, Wompo. Enjoy the rest of your time at Plymouth, Wompo winked, waving goodbye. Smidge and Otto wandered further into the village and discovered a beautiful trail. The sky glowed as the sun began to set. Smidge, Otto warned, it might get dark soon. We should head back. Time sure flies when you're having fun, the kitten agreed. They started walking back, but soon began running. The light was fading quickly. Hurry, Otto urged. Smidge picked up her pace, but then tripped over a branch. Her heavy backpack brought her smack down to the ground. Ouch! My leg! She wailed. Can you walk? Otto tried to stay calm. Smidge shook her head. It was nearly dark. Otto looked around. There was no one in sight. He then remembered what his new friends told him that day about helping others. I've got you, Smidge. Otto lifted his tiny friend and her bag onto his back. Smidge clung to his neck. Thank you, Otto. That's what friends are for, the bulldog smiled. By the time they made it back to the museum, it was completely dark. Smidge winced in pain. I won't be riding my bike anytime soon. Or playing catch, Otto added. What will we do? Smidge wondered. I've got a few ideas, Otto reassured her. But first, let's get back to Dennis. Otto and Smidge returned home to Dennis reading in the backyard. Did you have a successful trip? He asked. We did, Otto replied. Plymouth Colony is an amazing example of America's values, bravery, and hard work. And Smidge and I learned to help each other too. We need one another, just like the Pilgrims and natives did. Smidge revealed her newfound treasures. We even brought you a souvenir! Thanks! Dennis's eyes lit up. Oh wait, those are my candy rocks. Smidge quickly sorted her goods. Here are the real rocks. That was my favorite adventure yet, Otto barked. You say that every time, Otto, Dennis laughed. Ruff, ruff! Otto fixed Smidge's bike. He then scooped her into the basket and gave her a ride around the yard until Dennis called them in for dinner. The end. Wow! Plymouth Rock is such a unique and special place that reminds us what bravery and hard work can accomplish if people work together. You know, there wouldn't be a United States of America, or a Thanksgiving for that matter, if the Pilgrims never took the journey to get here. Otto, Smidge! Hi, you two! Listen, I understand you're surprised for me now. The feathers, the turkey, the rocks. It was all about Plymouth Rock and this story of Thanksgiving. My one question is, if we're talking about Thanksgiving, where's the pie? Right? I mean, pie, Thanksgiving. If you're having Thanksgiving, you need pie. Pie is the center of Thanksgiving pie. Good boy, Otto. Man, I can always depend on you. Hey, wait. Prayers first. Thank you for watching Otto's Tales. Check out some of our other stories too. Keep reading, keep watching, and keep having fun learning all about America's most special places. Bye, guys. You want some? All right. Okay, now. Thank you for watching this episode. We hope you learned a lot. Now, you know we've got more, right? PragerU Kids is dedicated to teaching what most schools aren't, our American values, history, and blessings. You can watch more on our website. And parents, you can subscribe to get all our shows delivered to your inbox, only at PragerUKids.com.